All right, guys, welcome back. Let's get into it. Imagine you're 33 years old. You got married at 15 with the judge's signature and your parents' consent. You had your first child 2 months later. And for the next 20 years, your entire world was one house. One room, really, until the day the door got kicked in by people who weren't even looking for you. That's the story we're picking back up today. If you watched our first video on the Siders family, the Ohio case where 16 children were pulled out of a home in Hamden, you already know the basics. Today, we've got the update. What's happened in court, what's being claimed outside of court, and where this case is actually headed next. A quick recap for anyone just tuning in. On June 30th, Vinton County deputies executed a search warrant at a home on Omar Street in Hamden, Ohio, a warrant tied to a separate, unrelated case. What they found instead were 16 children, ages 18 months to 18 years, living in what Ohio Attorney General Andy Wilson called pure evil conditions. 4 adults were arrested. Gary Siders Sr., 73, Christina Siders, 67, Gary Siders Jr., 36, and Elizabeth Siders, 33, identified by officials as the children's grandparents and parents. All 4 were charged with 16 counts, each of second-degree felony child endangerment, and pleaded not guilty at arraignment. Now, here's what's new. The case is moving to a grand jury. All 4 defendants waived their right to a preliminary hearing, according to their attorneys. That means the probable cause determination now goes straight to a grand jury instead. Vinton County Prosecutor William Archer has said the grand jury process is confidential, but he's estimated an indictment could come within the next couple of weeks. Worth noting, Vinton County isn't a place that convenes grand juries often, which is part of why this is taking time. The Ohio Attorney General's office, along with former Franklin County Prosecutor Kara Keating, filed a motion to join the case as special prosecutors. Highland County Prosecutor Anika Collins has also stepped in. Wilson's office has framed this as standard support for an under-resourced county, not a takeover of the case. During transport to his hearing, Siders Sr. fell and was hospitalized. Doctors found what Archer described as only a serious medical condition requiring special care. Because the county would have been on the hook for his medical bills as long as he was in custody, his cash bond was changed to a recog bond. No money required, and he'll be on GPS monitor once released. His attorney, Dorian Baum, has since filed a competency evaluation, telling reporters his client showed significant confusion about the legal process and couldn't describe the basic facts about himself. That filing also raises the possibility of a not guilty by reason of insanity defense. None of that has been ruled on yet. It's a request, not a finding. Elizabeth Siders is asking for bond relief too, and she wants her kids back. Her attorney, Thomas Stoley, filed for a recog bond as well for her, arguing she has no criminal history and no reason to believe she failed to appear. The filing states her principal desire is to reunite with her children and that she understands that can't happen unless she shows up to court. Stoley has also argued the home's poverty made the $300,000 bond unrealistic to begin with. As of now, a judge hasn't ruled on it. It's also worth being precise here. Stoley has said His understanding is that Elizabeth is the biological mother of all 16 children, and separately, that his office still doesn't know whether she should be considered a victim in this case as well. That's an open question, not a settled one. One more detail that surfaced: 2 children who didn't survive. Ohio vital records confirmed that in November of 2022, Elizabeth Siders gave birth to twin girls, Faith and Bailey, born extremely premature and conjoined. They died about an hour after birth. Officials have said this was due to natural causes related to premature birth, not part of the current criminal case. A family, Ronnie Fletcher, who's married to one of Gary Sr. and Christina's daughters, spoke out publicly and said the household he grew up around looked nothing like what's being described now. He put it directly: Gary and Lynn did not raise their children that way. The 4 daughters that got out are successful members of society. We've raised our children. Fletcher's point is that the 4 daughters who left home turned out fine. He's drawing a line between how he says the family used to be and what investigators found in that house. Now, something you may have already seen circulating, and I want to handle this carefully. There's a claim going around on social media and true crime pages, not yet confirmed by any news outlet or court record, that Gary Siders' brother, Richard Siders, married a woman named Tessie in Gallia County back in 2002 when he was 48 years old and she was 14. I want to be upfront with you. This has not been verified through court records or news reporting the way the rest of this case has been. It's circulating widely, and I understand why people are talking about it, given the pattern this family already is accused of. But as of this video, it is not confirmed. It is not a confirmed part of the criminal case against the 4 charged defendants. I'm including it because you're going to see it either way, and I'd rather you hear it from us with the context that it is unverified than assume it's established fact. And this case is already changing conversations at the state level. None of the 16 children have any record of being enrolled in school or registered as homeschool anywhere in Ohio. That's pushing some state lawmakers on both sides of the aisle to revisit a 2023 law that loosened homeschool reporting requirements. Whether that goes anywhere legislatively is still very much up in the air. All 4 defendants remain charged, presumed innocent, and awaiting a potential grand jury indictment. No trial date exists yet. The children remain in the custody of Ohio Job and Family Services, and officials have said they haven't even been formally interviewed yet, given how limited some of their ability to communicate reportedly is. We'll keep tracking this one as it moves, because right now, everything from the bond decisions to the competency ruling to the grand jury outcome could shift where this case goes. If you've watched this video this far, please go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment down below, leave your thoughts on this, and we'll see you the next time.